Good morning, everyone. So, people from online, hope you all guys can hear me. Can you please confirm me in the chat box once? Okay. So, good morning, everyone. So, is there anyone who just joined today? So, you have attended an online session? Okay. So, you have already there. So, confirm me in the chat box if there is any new joinees today. Okay, only two I can see. Three, four. Okay. So, for rest of all, is it your second or third session, right? So only 5 to 6 people have joined today, and others are who are joining from last 2, 3 classes. Okay. For everyone who just joined today or who is joining from last few days. So I can see few people are raising their hands. So at the end, I'll allow you to talk, guys. So at the end, I'll allow you to talk so that you can ask your questions. So before leaving, so I'll be answering all of your questions and then I'll be closing the session. So please wait until end if you have any questions. So last 30 minutes I'll be giving you for your questions and I'll be answering all of your questions. So in this course, like people who are joining from last 2 days also, please listen to this. In this course, as we know that we were covering AWS and Azure. Along with this, we also added Terraform. So please listen to this carefully, because in this course, along with AWS and Azure, and also we added Terraform as well. So total, we were covering 3 courses in this particular package: AWS, Azure, and Terraform. So we can say that multi-cloud with Terraform. So I haven't tell you anything about Terraform from last 2, 3 days. So I'm going to stress this now. People who joined 2 days back and who are joining from last 2 days or 3 days, make sure in this course we were learning AWS, Azure, and Terraform. Generally, outside, you have to learn this individually, separately. AWS is separate, there will be a separate charge for it. Azure is separate, there will be a separate charge for it. Terraform is a separate DevOps tool. It will be again different. And along with these 3 courses, here we were offering free Linux course as well. Here we were offering free Linux course as well. It means almost like 4 technologies that we were covering here. Okay. So according to the technology, there will be a benefit for you because, as I said, in the organizations, everyone is using multi-cloud. They were not getting stick to one particular cloud for a security purpose, high availability purpose. They were not restricting themselves for a particular single cloud platform. Even one single cloud platform, if they were using, parallelly, they were using another cloud platform as well. Whatever the needs that they have, few of the needs they were taking from the AWS and few of them are taking from Azure. So that in future, if unfortunately, if something happens and AWS goes down, network down or whatever happens, so they will be having a Azure cloud platform. They don't need to search for another cloud platform immediately and to migrate from one cloud to another cloud. So they get hands on another cloud platform as well. If something goes wrong, so they'll be having an alternate. That is one reason. The second reason is each cloud platform has its own services, right? For example, if I want to create a server in AWS, that may cost 1 rupee. If I'm creating a same server in Azure, that may cost 75 paisa. So what would I prefer? I'll go for 75 paisa, right? Based on that, whatever the services that we were using in the organization, few of the services they're going with one particular cloud platform, few of the services they were going with another cloud platform. Because of that, they were getting a cost benefit. So the reason why we are covering these two cloud platforms in one single course for a single course price. So according to the price as well, it is just a single course price. Like for example, individually, if we should learn all these three cloud platforms, like four cloud platforms, even though if you're spending 12 to 13,000 rupees for a single course, it will be around a 60,000 or 50,000. But compared to that, the price which Naresh IT offers is very less. The reason is when we are after completing the course, when we were searching for a job, obviously it takes more time to get the job, right? So we cannot get it immediately within 15 days or within 10 days. So while we are searching for the job, we have encountered that if, for example, only AWS is having an opportunity of out of 10, if there are 5 opportunities for AWS, there will be 8 opportunities for AWS plus any other cloud platform along with Terraform. So that the candidate can easily crack the interview or the candidate can easily get the job. Okay. I'm not saying that if you just sit in this course, you'll get a job. If you prepare well, if you search for an interview in a proper way, there will be a more percentage of chances that to get a job. So that is the reason we offer both AWS plus Azure. Along with that, the reason why we added Terraform, 99% of organizations will use Terraform, not 50%. 99% of organizations will use Terraform, irrespective of cloud platform what they use. They might use AWS, they might use GCP, they might use Azure. It doesn't matter. Every organization to deploy their infrastructure, every organization to deploy their infrastructure. For example, if I want to create a server in particular cloud platform, in organizations, generally we won't log in into the account manually, going to the server, click on create, next, next, next. We won't do it manually. We will be doing it through Terraform. It can be an AWS cloud platform. It can be an Azure cloud platform. It can be an another cloud platform, whatever the cloud platform may be, whatever the cloud platform may be. So we will be using a Terraform to deploy the resources. To deploy the infrastructure, AWS is having its own service. Azure is having its own service. But AWS service is restricted to AWS infrastructure. Azure service is restricted to Azure infrastructure. But Terraform supports all other cloud platforms as well. Using of Terraform, you can create something on AWS. Using Terraform, you can create something on Azure. So because of that, the reason why we offered is in a single course price, in a candidate perspective, the candidate cannot learn these many courses by spending of 60,000 rupees or 50,000 rupees. So that is the main problem. And the candidate is having a restricted budget, and if he is just learning an AWS or if he's not learning any other course. So irrespective of, like if we think about this is financial status or something, it takes more time to get the job. Okay. To reduce that and to help the candidates. So Naresh IT offers, especially for the students who can't pay 50,000 or 60,000 rupees. So Naresh IT offers this particular package to only those students. Understood? So I request you to utilize this anywhere, wherever we go, like AWS is a separate course, Azure is a separate course, Terraform comes under the DevOps. To learn these three, it will be a huge burden financially. At the same time, uh, we have to wait. Like, once you completed AWS, we have to wait. We have to search for the job. Then we will realize. And then we will be learning another course. Like after that, we'll be realizing. After that, we'll be getting another course. Instead of doing all this, putting in a single place, in a single course. First, we will learn AWS. We will understand AWS. Then we will move to the Azure. We will see what are the important services that we have in Azure. And we will see how to create that, how to use that. And we will do all those services. And then we will come to the Terraform. We will see how to deploy the resources in AWS using Terraform. And we will see how to deploy the resources using Terraform in Azure. And round a package, I'll help you on the resume preparation. So that by the end of this course, your resume should be very strong with multi-cloud technologies with Terraform. So that there will be a huge difference between person who learned just AWS, a person who learned AWS plus Azure plus Terraform. So the common question you might get, sir, if we learn all these three courses, can I remember that? Can I answer the interview questions? So will it be a burden for me? So the answer simply, as I say, is no, because whatever the concepts that we have in AWS, conceptual wise, any cloud platform is same. Conceptual wise. Other than that, there will be a different naming conventions. There will be a different UI style. There will be a different terminologies. So we will learn that. Okay. It's my responsibility to make you understand. After that, it's my responsibility to make you to deploy the resources in both AWS and Azure by giving the tasks. Understood? So that you not feel any burden or any stress when we are learning these three, because we were not learning all the technologies. For example, if the DevOps is having Jenkins, Dockers, Kubernetes, Ansible. For example, if you learn all the DevOps services, will it be possible for you to put a single, all services and answer the questions on all services? We may not use it all at a time, right? But we have to be very clear what we have worked earlier. That is what you can make sure of learning this course. Okay, I worked with multi-cloud. I worked with Terraform. This is my knowledge and this is my experience. Other than that, if I have anything, I'll definitely learn and I'll work. But you will be having a main primary skills. AWS should be your primary. Azure and Terraform should be your secondary. That is of, just assume that instead of having AWS only in your resume and AWS plus Azure plus Terraform is having in your resume. Right. And and clearly I'm saying that we just started this particular batch for especially who can't pay 60,000 or 50,000 rupees to learn these technologies. Because even if I wanted to learn a single Terraform, I wanted to enroll the DevOps course. Right. Even I just wanted to learn the DevOps, just a Terraform, I should enroll the DevOps course and I have to pay for the DevOps. Right. But having this course, whatever you need, minimum skills to get a job as soon as possible. So that all will be included in this. Clear? So I just dedicated this 10 minutes to make you understand the use of this particular batch, why we started. Not just to make you, join this course or, I just don't want to, give a sales speech or motivate you. I just try to explain you the importance of this course. Why we have just gathered all these 3 and 4 technologies together and how it helps. Clear? So people who have questions, definitely I'll allow you to talk at the end, and we will recap the yesterday's session once, and then we'll move on to the new concept. So you have joined online earlier. So we started discussing about what is cloud. we started discussing about what is cloud. What exactly the cloud is? Cloud is not a service provider. AWS is a service provider. Cloud is, instead of you maintaining your infrastructure, service provider will maintain that. So that concept, we will call it as cloud. So for example, when I talk about, for example, if there is no cloud in the market, so I have to maintain on-premises infrastructure. When there is no cloud in the market, I have to maintain on-premises infrastructure in my premises. On-premises. On-premises means whenever we maintain physical infrastructure in our premises, that we call it as on-premises. So premises means the place where we stay. Wherever you stay, if you are maintaining a physical infrastructure, that is called on-premises infrastructure. Now, when I talk about on-premises infrastructure, when I want to set up an on-premises infrastructure, I have to procure a hardware. I have to procure hardware. So generally in IT infrastructure, procuring a hardware is nothing but procuring a servers, switches, routers, cables, air conditioner, power backup, admin, whoever, like to maintain that. So these are all comes under on-premises infrastructure. If you are moving to the cloud, you don't need to maintain all this physical infrastructure. For example, if I'm going with an on-premises infrastructure, I have to procure all this, and I'm not sure whether I'll use it properly or not. It means generally whenever I'm starting something, there will be a configuration that in my mind is something. I'll go accordingly and I'll procure everything. But once I procured my infrastructure, I feel that that will not be sufficient. Again, I have to upgrade it. If I feel that it is more than what I required, I have to downgrade it. So it is not that much easy to upgrade and downgrade with on-premises infrastructure because costing will be included there. Even though if you upgrade, you have to procure. If you're getting downgraded, whatever you procured, that will be get wasted. So there will be a lot of complications with this on-premises infrastructure. So that is the reason, instead of maintaining this on-premises infrastructure, people started moving into the cloud platforms. So whenever they move into the cloud platforms, whatever the infrastructure that they needs, they don't need to procure anything. Simply, they will log in into the AWS console. They will log in into the AWS console. Console is not a new word or AWS terminology. Console is a generic word. For example, when you log in into the Flipkart account, you will log in into the Flipkart account. You will be creating the account first and you will be logging into the Flipkart account. There you can see all the products which are available, right? The place where you stand, where you can see all the products which are available. That is called console. It can be a Flipkart account. It can be an Amazon account. It can be a Google account. If you log into the Flipkart account and Amazon account, you can see all the products which are available there. If you log into the Google account, you can see all the services which are available there. For example, you can see Google Drive there. You can see Classroom there. You can see spreadsheets there. You can see some Google chart or there. Whatever it is, we have many things. That is how whenever you want to create something or whenever you want to use AWS, you should able to create AWS console first. You will be creating an AWS account. How to create this AWS account? Today, I will tell you how to create your AWS account. But whenever you create AWS account, make sure that you should have one email ID . and one debit or credit card with you. Debit or credit card. On that card, international transactions and online transactions should be enabled, because whenever you are creating this AWS account, it debits 2 rupees from your card. It won't debit more than 2 rupees. So to verify the payment validation, it will debit 2 rupees from your card. So for that, online transactions and international transactions should be enabled on your card. For example, if you're using ICICI Bank, if you go to the iMobile, if you go to the debit card, there will be an option like enable the online transactions or enable the domestic transactions or whatever it is. So there is an option. So you have to enable that. So did you bought your card? Do you have card with you? Eh, You have card with you, right? So today you can just come to my laptop. I'll guide you how to create an AWS account. Just create your AWS account in my laptop so that others can able to see it. Okay. After 10 to 15 minutes. Okay. So people from online. So today I'll show you how to create an AWS account. So before going to how to create an AWS account, the common question what we have is, sir, like when we create an AWS account, when we create or something, or when we practice something, so will money debited from my account? So the answer is no, because whenever we create an AWS account, there are two options. One is business option. One is business option, and the other one is personal option. One is business option, and the other one is personal option. Whenever we create AWS account, so I will always select the personal option. If you select business option, there is a chance of money getting debited at the end of the month. Whatever the bill got generated in your AWS account, that bill can be debited from your card if you selected business. If you selected personal, 100%, nothing will be debited from your account. Only 2 rupees will be debited from your account, and only 2 rupees will be debited from account. So whenever we create an AWS account, it comes under a free tier account initially. We will be having a set of services as a free tier limit. Even though if you create those services, it won't add any charge for us. But since we are practicing, there is a chance of crossing that free tier limit. Because if I restrict it to free tier limit everything, I may not practice the other services which may not cover inside the free tier limit, right? Even though if the bill got generated, nothing to worry, money will not be debited from your account until your confirmation. If you selected business, yes, money will be debited from your account. If you selected personal, 100%, money will not be debited from your account. Do not worry about it. Only after 1-2 months, if you are not paying the bill, your AWS account will be get blocked. Okay. So in that case, again, you have to go with some other AWS account by creating, and you have to practice it. Okay. Because to just practice, we can't pay the bill every month, right? So we can just practice up to what extent that we can. Clear? Now, if I talk about on-premises infrastructure, maintaining of infrastructure physically in our premises, that is called on-premises infrastructure. If I talk cloud, the same infrastructure will be maintained by the service provider. Whatever we want, we will be taking as a rental basis. So that is the reason AWS will always call it as pay as you go model. Pay as you go model. AWS will always we say that it is pay as you go model, because for example, if I want to create a server with 4 CPU and 2 GB RAM, I don't require to procure 4 CPUs and 2 GB RAM physically. Simply I log in into the AWS account. I will select those options. I'll create a server. Physically, it will be stored in AWS data center. We will be just using it. Understood? There is no upfront cost that we should pay here. We will be just creating it. If the server is running, you will be paying for it. If you are stopping the server, you won't pay for it. If you want, you can delete it. At any moment, you can create it. At any moment, you can delete it. Whenever you want, you can create it. Whenever you don't want, you can delete it. Whatever the time period that you have used, only for that you will be paying for it. For example, there is a service for storage in AWS. There is a service for storage in AWS. So I want to store some data in AWS. I can upload some data into the AWS using of this particular service. If I uploaded 100 GB of data, I will be paying for 100 GB. Next month, if I'm uploading only 20 GB of data, I will be paying for only 20 GB. Okay. So today I'll create an AWS account. I'll show you how to log into the AWS account and I'll see the options, few options I'll see there. I'll show there. Once AWS completed, then we will go with how to create an Azure account, how to log into it, minimum services, how to explore, how to create it, how to delete it. All we explored Azure. Then going to the Terraform, deploying some services using Terraform in AWS, deploying some services using Terraform in Azure, so that you'll get hands-on on all these three. And along with that, you will be opting for free Linux course. So there you can learn a few, at least, if you learn 50 Linux commands. For interview, you can remember at least 10 Linux commands. See, if you're not able to answer out of 100 questions, 200 questions in interview, if you're answering 50 of it, that will be good, right? So in this course on AWS, Azure, Terraform, Linux, what is our target is, what especially I do is, for 2 weeks, we will learn the services. For one day, we will put for interview preparation. Whatever the services that we covered in the last 2 weeks, I'll be asking you questions. That is not like questioning you, just to make a note of the questions. Even though if you answer or if you not answer, that doesn't matter. We will be adding those questions so that you can revise those questions. See, if we were discussing about 30 questions or 40 questions in our class, out of 30, 40 questions, in interview, if you are getting 5 questions of it, that is enough for us. Because in interviews, they won't ask us 100 questions, right? If they ask you 10 questions, if you can able to answer at least 5 questions of it on what we discussed, that is more than enough. After the course, again, you don't need to have a separate interview preparation sitting there and looking for the questions, interview questions in the Google, interview questions in the YouTube. We don't need to do that. From where what we learn from that particular service is only the interview questions will be coming up. So that I'll be explaining you the interview questions. You'll be making a note of it. You'll be remembering it. Understood? That's how we will plan. So now, today what I'll show is, I'll show you how to create AWS account and how to log into it. Clear? So whenever you want to create an so just so basically in AWS, there won't be a difference between a trial account and the accounts which we are using in the organizations. The account will be the same. There will be a plans, subscription plans. Initially, whenever we create, it comes under a free tier, whoever it creates. If you're selecting a personal, that means individually you'll be exploring the services. If you select the business, it will ask for the company name, company details and all. Okay, we'll be creating a personal account. Even though if you create a personal account, you can convert into the, if you pay the bill, that's fine. End of the day, what AWS needs, it needs a amount at the end of the month. Even personal account is also a paid account. Business account is also a paid account. But business account, automatically money will be debited from the cards. But personal account, you have to pay for it. Until you pay, they won't charge anything from our card. Okay. So to create an AWS account, so let me just so let me go with this first. The first step, what you have to do is AWS. So whenever you logged into the account, whenever we open the Google browser, you have to search AWS console sign up. Anything that you can select. AWS console login, AWS console management, AWS console sign up, whatever it is, everything is same. There is an option to create account, right? When I click on sign up, you just click on create account. There is an option right here, create an AWS account. Just click on create AWS account. When you click on create AWS account, it will ask for your email address. And your account name, you can give anything, whatever the name that you want, you can give anything. Email address should be a new email address, new in the sense it shouldn't be used for AWS account earlier. For AWS, for example, if I sign up a Flipkart account with my email ID, if I again try to sign up with the same email address, it shows like email address is already existing, right? It is also shows same. Okay. After that, click on verify email address. When you click on verify email address, it will send you a verification code. It will send you a verification code to your email. Just add that there. So people who are following with me, if you want, if you have laptops handy, you can follow. First, add your Gmail and then click on verify. You will be receiving the verification code and add that verification code here. Do you have any other AWS account with the same email ID? So give a new email. Okay. So come back. Let me just give another email address. Yeah. Do you have another email address? Yeah. Put it small. Now give the verification code. Now it is asking for the password, right? Whatever the password that you specifies here, that will be your AWS account password. Okay. Just set up any password. Just a simple password. Put one capital letter and it should be minimum 8 characters. Then click on continue. In the first step, you have given your email address. In the second step, you have verified your email address with a particular code. In the third step, you have configured your password for your AWS account. Click on continue. So it is a simple password. So just put some complex password. Let me click on continue. Yeah. Now, see, this is very, very important step. If you selected business and if you came to me later, sir, my money got debited, I can't do anything. Make sure select personal for your own projects. Okay. So now just give your full name. So you can just give the normal name. So full name in this sense, don't to give. Okay. So after this, select India from this and give your mobile number here. Then put country as India. Address, just type it Hyderabad. City, just type it Hyderabad. No, don't need to give it completely. Just put it Hyderabad, Hyderabad. Scroll down, Hyderabad. Postal code 5,84,000 or whatever it is. And then acknowledge this terms and click on continue. I'm just repeating it again. Make sure select personal account, your name, mobile number, country, address, city. Continue. Now here the billing information comes. Okay. So here you can give either credit or debit card, but in your card, if the online transactions and international transactions enabled, then only it works. For example, if you're just enabling it, make sure after enabling at least wait for 24 hours to get activate that, because you just enable that transactions and if you just come to here and added your card here, it might not work. You might face an issue. So if you are just enabling, wait for some time like 24 hours. Just try it. If not, wait for 24 hours and then use it. Okay. So I'm just stopping the screen share after giving the card details. And if there is an option called do you have a PAN, right? Click on no and verify. Once I added the card details, once I move to the next step, then I'll share the screen again. Now add the card number. Transactions are enabled on this. SBI mostly it won't. Let's try. For SBI, mostly it won't enable. Transactions in settings, it has to be enabled. Let me try it now. Is there anyone who moved to the next step from online? Let me share the screen back again. Okay. So after giving an OTP, you'll get this option. Choose your name, select personal use. Make sure select this personal use. Honor individual. Make sure this. And then give your date of birth and your PAN number there. So give your PAN number. You have to give. Just call someone and get the PAN number. If you have a photo, just give the PAN number. So give your PAN number there and click on the checkbox and give it, give it. Click on continue. Now text message. Again, select India there. Give your mobile number. And give the security check. And just click on send SMS. You will be receiving an SMS to your mobile number. Incorrect security check. Just let me add the security check again. C874 is a V or Y? It's a capital Y, right? Let's try with this. No. WP46B3. Yeah. So to your mobile, you will be receiving a verification code 9904. And so once you created an AWS account, we have three plans here, right? Just select basic support plan. Scroll down, complete sign up. So we have created our AWS account. If you click on go to management console, sign into console, give your email address. So whatever the password that we have given at the time of creating an AWS account. So this is how you will be creating your AWS account. And once you log into the AWS account, you can see the options here. Top right side, you can see sign out option to come out of from our AWS account. And here you can see whenever we log into the AWS account, always that we have to make sure following one particular region, because since we have different regions, if I create something on one region, it will not be visible in another region. So that what will happen today, if you are using a Mumbai region, if you created something, tomorrow after you logged in, if you change it to some other region, you will forget to delete this. You'll create something else there. Again, you'll be jumping here. So that there will be a lot of unused resources will be in your account. Because of that, billing will be get generated. To avoid that bill generated, so you make sure whenever you practice something, make sure delete everything. Whenever you practice something, make sure you should delete that. Don't leave that. Okay. Everything, whatever you created, by the end of the practice, you have to delete it so that you can use your account for a long time. Until unless unnecessarily generating a bill, you can't even use your AWS account properly. And it is a habit. Even though if you're in an organization, if you're working on something, cleaning the resources is a good habit whenever you did a POC or whenever you did something. Clear? And always follow the Mumbai region, because the nearest region for us is Mumbai. Always follow the Mumbai region. The nearest region for us. So if you go to the services here, you can see all the services which are available here. Okay. And if I go here, if I click on sign out, I can sign out from my account. So this is how you should be able to create an AWS account. By tomorrow, try, everyone should be create your AWS account, because from tomorrow, everything we will be practicing in AWS console. If you have account, like once I completed, you can also practice along with that. Clear? Done? Great. So I'll go with online first if they have any questions, and then I'll come to the offline. So people from online, so raise your hand if you have any questions. Yes, Imran, I allowed you to talk.
Actually, as I saw ad, there mentioned Python scripting practice, but you mentioned Linux. So could you please let me know you would be cover Linux or Python scripting?
So Linux, anyway, it will be free of cost. Okay. Python, so you have the admin number in the chat box, right? So please confirm with him once. Linux, for sure, it is a free of cost. AWS, Azure, Terraform, Linux, 100% covered in this. Regarding Python, so you have a number in the chat box. Please talk to him once. Clear, Imran?
In chat with whom?
With admin. So you can see Arif, right? Arif contact
Okay, I will talk to him.
915486. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll talk to him.
Any other questions, guys? Anyone? So this is a good opportunity, guys. Yes, Srinivas, I allowed you to talk.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Srinivas. Srinivas, can you please speak little loud?
Yeah. Good morning, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, that account, when you're creating that account, already my friend used my mobile number, sir.
Okay.
If I need to create means I need to do same number.
I
Or
think we can use same mobile number for multiple accounts, but not same email ID. Okay.
Bank account, sir.
Bank account also you can use the same account, no problem. Like
No
with
problem.
one single account, you can create up to 5 or 6 accounts, no problem.
Okay. Only mail ID is changed.
Only mail ID should be good.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Chaitanya, I allowed you to talk.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes, Chaitanya, I can hear you.
Yeah, actually, sir, you're saying that Linux is the free of cost, right? So that
Yes.
Linux you are teaching or some another person is teaching
Another
that
trainer
course?
will teach that.
Okay. So those details also admin can tell, right?
No, once you enroll the course, whenever the Linux batch starts, they will be keep you posted. So from so and so date, from particular time, the Linux batch is getting started. If you are interested, please just listen to it for free of cost. So that's how they'll inform you. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Prasad, I already shared the content with admin. Please reach out to the Arif. He will share you the course content. Pawan, I allowed you to talk.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Pawan.
Last time I created the AWS account, sir,
Okay.
but some by mistake, sir, that is bill, sir, నేను తెలుగులో మాట్లాడతా సార్ మీకు.
Yes, yes, చెప్పండి.
అది ఏం జరిగిందంటే నాకు వాళ్ళు బిల్ పంపించారు సార్, మీకు 2,900 రూపాయలు మీరు బిల్ పే చేయాలి అన్నారు. నేను ఫ్రీ ఆఫ్
Okay.
అకౌంట్ కదా నేను యూజ్ చేశానంటే ఇది ఫ్రీ ఆఫ్ అకౌంట్ కొన్ని అవర్స్ మాత్రమే ఉంటాయి,
అవును.
ఇంకా ఉండదు అన్నారు. నేను అది ఏం చేశానంటే టర్మినేట్ చేయకుండా అట్లే వదిలేసాను సార్ దాన్ని.
ఓకే, ఏమవదు.
ఆ,
మీరు ఏం
ఆ,
చేస్తారంటే ప్రతి AWS అకౌంట్ కి కూడా
అవును
కొన్ని
సార్,
సర్వీసెస్ కొన్ని గంటలు మాత్రమే ఫ్రీ ఉంటుంది. ఓకే,
అవును సార్,
అది
అవును సార్,
ఎప్పుడైతే మనం ఎక్సీడ్ అవుతామో దానికి బిల్ జనరేట్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది అనమాట. సో
అవును దానివల్ల,
దానికి మీరు పర్సనల్ అకౌంట్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటే మీరు భయపడాల్సింది ఏమీ లేదు. ఓకే,
అవును సార్,
మనకి ఆటోమేటిక్గా డెఫినెట్ గా ఈమెయిల్స్ అయితే వస్తాయి బిల్ పే చేయమని చెప్పేసి. సో
అవును
వాట్
సార్,
యూ కెన్ డూ ఇస్ జస్ట్ వెయిట్ ఫర్ లైక్ ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు ప్రాక్టీస్ ఇట్ మోర్, అకౌంట్ ఉంచుకోండి. లేదంటే మన AWS అకౌంట్ లోకి లాగిన్ అయిన తర్వాత టాప్ రైట్ లో మై అకౌంట్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి మీకు బాగా కిందకు వస్తే క్లోజ్ అకౌంట్ అని ఆప్షన్ ఉంటుంది.
అవును
ఓకే,
సార్,
యూ కెన్ క్లోజ్ యువర్ అకౌంట్ కంప్లీట్లీ.
అవునండి సార్.
Okay, nothing
అంటే
will happen. If you selected personal, don't worry about it.
we
If you
submit the
selected
PAN
business,
card, that is no problem, sir.
no problem, no problem.
Okay, thank you so much.
But make sure, guys, whenever you did anything, make sure to delete it, because unnecessarily don't generate the bill. Now, Anusha, Boto 3 comes under Python. Okay, Boto 3 is an SDK, so Boto 3 will not be covered. Whenever I'm covering a Lambda service, I'll be adding a Boto 3 script and I'll be showing you how to execute it. Okay, so I can't see any others from online. So I'll go with offline students, guys. Let me go with Abbas Lee.
Hello.
Yeah.
Lambda services, how many services you cover? This one, sub-services like?
Lambda is one of the service. Along with
Okay.
Lambda services, we have many services we are covering. So
Ah.
you'll be getting the content from the Arif. Okay. So
Oh.
Arif number is also there in the chat box. Please get the course content from him.
In curriculum, they may not mention like this one, subtopics, no? That is why I asked it.
No, Lambda will cover, subnets will cover, everything will cover. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Arif Khan, I allowed you to talk. You're on mute.
Actually, just I am
Srinivas,
from
I'll show you tomorrow. No worries. Okay. How to close the account. Yes, Arif, please.
yes. Actually, I have an experience in ASP.NET. So, what is the best course? Do I go for the Azure with AWS or Azure AWS with DevOps? Please suggest.
What I suggest is first complete Azure with AWS. Since we are also covering one of the DevOps tool here, which is Terraform here. Put these three, search for the job. Once you are good at all these things, then just pick another DevOps tool like a Jenkins and just learn it. Clear?
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So I'm going to mute here and I'm going to the offline students. Yes, Chaitanya, I allowed you to talk.
Yes, sir. Actually, sir, currently we are learning this code, right, sir? So, is it fresher purpose or experience purpose, sir? Normally, I'm saying.
So whatever the course that I was explaining,
Yeah.
you can put it up to 4 years of experience. That is what the content and that is what the use cases that we were explaining. It only depends on how much we practice. From fresher to 4 years of experience, the way we covered, the reason why we added all these different technologies into a single course is from freshers to get a job as soon as possible, for experience to make your resume stronger. Clear? Okay. Okay, guys. So I think everyone is good. So I'm going to the offline. I'll be on mute, guys, for 15 minutes. If you have any questions, you can stay back and you can raise your hands. If you do not have any questions, you can leave. Imran, we were covering AWS, Azure, and Terraform, and Linux. These are the technologies. Thank you so much for joining, guys. So if you do not have any doubts, you can leave. So thanks for joining, guys. I'm leaving. We can connect tomorrow again.